Hello everybody, Monkey D. Caleb here. Christmas came early. We got the patch notes for Sparking Zero that are releasing, I guess, at midnight tonight from what I'm reading here. So I kind of just want to go over those, what I'm excited for, and then what I do hope they do touch on it in the future. Let's see here. Alright, if the music did a shift there. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into it. So, with these notes, what we have so far is all stages now available in offline player 1 versus player 2 battles. Amazing for me, because I do play this game with my son on the side. We just play sometimes, and it was so boring constantly playing the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. I even contemplated on getting the mod that allows you to use like all stages local, but didn't really care for it, and look at that, now we're getting it. So this would be fun function in the game now. Battle setup, a function allowing you to change characters' display method has been added. So that, if there was a preview on Twitter, I don't have the image unfortunately, but it showed Frieza, and it showed if you clicked him, it showed all of his other forms behind him as transformations. So we got that now. We have the My Sets function for team members. Basically, you get to have a preset of what team you want to use. You just click that and start playing. I've been wanting that feature for a while. I haven't really said anything in my videos, and I'll even start telling more of what I want. But now that we have that, that's going to make it so much easier. If you played Naruto Storm Connections, you know that you can do presets like that. And honestly, that's how they did it. You had to do a preset before you can even play online. So ranked match player matches, we can skip the intro for the battle animations. Tekken 8 does this, and I am so happy that now Sparking does this. Now player matches too, you can now set your team to hidden or reveal to your opponent when editing your team. I didn't even know we could see our other opponent's teams, so if that was a feature this whole time, now I know of it. Custom battles text can now be sorted alphabetically. There is a custom battle I want to make that involves the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. And I did make it, but it took about 3 or 4 hours just to make 2 scenes because I couldn't find the proper text I'm looking for. Now with this, it will be a little bit easier. I wish they had like a better filter system, but I'll see how it is now. Hopefully I get like a custom battle up on the site soon. On my channel, wow. Okay, and then you can now set the battle camera distance to be closer. Anyway, moving on. For battle system adjustments, High Speed Dragon Rush is a new action where if you hold the key charge button and then hold the dash button, I don't know what it does, have no clip of it, we'll know tomorrow. Smash attacks, you will no longer be stunned when being hit by a rush key blast when charging a smash attack. I believe that's when you're like dashing to the left or right, and then from there, when you're like charging a key blast and firing it, they used to stun people. But when you're doing a charge attack now, which makes so much more sense, when you're doing a charge attack, you punch through the key blast. So no longer being stunned from that would be cool. I could be wrong about that, so please let me know. Rush key blast, the time between being able to fire the next key blast after firing the maximum consecutive amount at once, different for each character, has increased. So this really makes me think this is like when you hold down the key blast and you shoot repeatedly. There was that spam with androids, and especially Android 13, where they would hit you, turn you around, and then spam key blast behind you constantly. It was like a consecutive motion you couldn't break from. It was ridiculous. I hated fighting against it. I even fought it one of my streams, and I was like, no, I'm done. So, steps. Or rush key blast of action, you can now move on deflecting rush blast. This is so perfect because, I mean, it's a fun setup when you can do mini key blast spams and then one big one and then go into an ultimate. What sucked though is that you were stuck deflecting key blasts all day, and then your opponent would be able to just hit whatever ultimate or rush attack they would do to you. It would hit you. You couldn't move, you couldn't dodge. Now with this, you can sway and reflect key blast. That makes it so much easier to deal with. I'm so excited to play this game tomorrow. And then for steps, you will now no longer be able to be hit by certain attacks immediately after performing a step. So a rush key blast, smash key blast can now also be evaded. Basically, if you're getting blasted at or like Oh yeah, so smash, so rush is like the random key blast, I think. Then smash key is when you hold it, I guess. See, I don't know the names exactly for Ki Blast. I could do the action, and I have my own name for it, but maybe I should definitely look into like what the rush Ki Blasts are names. But what I'm getting is that even people you Ki Blast you like crazy, you could step forward, left, or right, and you'll be dodging that, which is perfect. And then for Z Burst Dash now, which is where you boost at somebody, the amount of ki consumed when activating it has been increased. So if you try to like burst at somebody, there's so much more ki that's taken from that, which is really great because I hate the loop of Z Burst Dash to the point where I don't even use it. It's where you hit somebody far away, and while they're about to immediately recover, then you rush immediately right behind them and continue the beating them down and just keep looping it back and forth. You keep charging ki while the opponent's flying and then chase them down. Now they won't be able to do that as much, hopefully. People are still going to find ways to be trolly and scummy in this game, and not every way can be prevented, but this is a big step towards dealing with that. We have Burst Smash now. Ki will no longer be consumed when activating it, and instead consume an amount based on the distance traveled. Don't know exactly what that was. For Burst Smash, you will not be consumed when activating it, instead consume an amount based on the distance traveled. I would think, like, is that the one where you hold it all the way, let go, and then go forward with it? I guess, like, that would be cool if that does get more distance, because when I'm like doing like a charge hit to somebody and they are like a certain distance, it sucks when missing. But if that's a charge hit and you teleport and then hit them and you got more range for that, that's perfect, because I purposely practiced doing the charge where it's just right perfect and you vanish and hit them. So that'll be such a great, I'm so excited. Blast damage has been increased when using a boost. Oh, those are the oh wait. Huh. Okay, and then blast damage has been increased when using a boost. So, you know, when you're doing the clashes, the beam clashes or rush clashes, damage has been increased when using a boost now, which is actually really cool. That's more rewarding, to be honest, because you're not just winning, you're winning and doing damage. Z-Search, I hated this. If I could highlight it right now how much I hated it, I hated this. It was just not working. If you lost track of somebody by getting hit by an ult, even if they're right in front of you, you didn't locate them. I think, like, when you're looking at your opponent and you can look away from them, it should be like when instant transmission is activated. It's a good strat. You instant transmission behind somebody and then you fly up or down and do some charging while they can't find you. That seems fair. But when someone's in front of me point blank, they use an ult, and then I'm trying to like see them and they're right in front of me and it wouldn't locate them, it'd be really ridiculous. Because if you're fighting a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Insta Spark, Ultimate, whether you take it or block it, if he's right in front of you, you should be able to see him. It shouldn't have been searching around for a long time. So thank you so much for fixing that. Z counter, this is where you do the Vanish Wars. So the input window has been shortened, so it's a lot harder to do a Vanish for it. Z counter will become more difficult to perform if performed consecutively, so the more it keeps going on, it'll be harder to do those windows. Ki consumed has been increased when performing a Z counter, so that also fixes a lot, because here's my thing too. There's nothing wrong with super counters. I think the 4-frame window is fine. If it gets any shortened anymore, then okay, we'll practice and adjust for that. But I think super counters wasn't the problem. It was the cause and effect of super counters, which constituted a Vanish War. If you were good at super counters, you could super counter back, and that was always awesome to do and deal with. But then if someone's doing a super counter to you and they always have more ki, it'd be Vanish War, Vanish War, Vanish War, Vanish War, someone would win. Now it won't go on for as long. The window is harder to do, and then the skill count also, that used to go like so fast with Vanish Wars, now it's not as fast. Now depending on how they did that, they may need to adjust that where it does have a bit more speed to increase. We'll see within the coming weeks. This is the first big patch we're getting, and it's such an amazing patch, and I am super excited for it. Next, we'll go over real quickly Revenge Counter. Stupid mechanic in the game, has no real value, but the skill count consumed when using Perception against Revenge Counter has been reduced from 2 to 1, and that's when you're like grabbing their attack and the character says they're line or whatever, and then they hit back. So the skill count for that went from 2 to 1, which is okay. But I think revenge counters needs to be updated, because you can revenge counter somebody, but like I did someone dirty. I did one of the rush chain combos where I did like a leg sweep and they did revenge counter, but because the next attack in the sequence was a teleport behind them, I legitimately went from in front of them, behind them, hit them in the back, and then did the juggle, and then did my ultimate. And it doesn't. Yeah, the revenge counters do need to be touched up on, and I should have actually included that in my post. I'm gonna go over in just a bit here. Rush attacks during sparking mode, gradual damage reduction of consecutive hits has been increased. So when you're in sparking and you're mashing away and you always do like the 20 hit combo and then they're automatically knocked down, it will now have damage reduction, which is, it's not that big of a deal for me, because when I'm in sparking, I know someone super counters me a lot easier, so I would always do like a couple hits, short combo into a rush chain into my ultimate. So you know, that's cool, but like nothing too big for me. I will say the damage reduction part is what's cool though, because it was a little too much when Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would insta spark, follow behind you, do a whole bunch of chain hits, and then hit you with an ultimate. Oh man, that character does too much damage. For combos, the final attack of aerial combos and aerial slash combos will no longer be interrupted by guarding, which is so cool. When you're hitting somebody and then you do like a slash down, it was so annoying how they could either block it or immediately perception it. Now you get it. You do the combo, you get it, which is perfect because that makes it where you have to super counter even more now. So again, super counter window does not need to be fixed. It's nice where it's at. Character switch. Health recovery rate of standby characters has been reduced. This is perfect for people who are stalling. Obviously, there's still going to be way people can stall you, but I think stalling the match by trolling and having high health characters is different than stalling a match with actual skill, where if you're fighting me, I'm super countering you, I'm revenge countering you, I'm dodging you, sidestepping you, vanishing you, and you just can't touch me, but I earned it through skill. That seems fair because it's on the other player to get better, to beat me and defeat one of my characters so they can win. Right now what's happening is we're seeing After Image Strike spamming, we're seeing Android spamming, Raccoon constantly overused because they give that DP health increase, and it's so, like, I get it's a strategy, but it's not fun to deal with. And so now that when characters switch, they're going to have health reduced. This is perfect for a player like me because I'm aggressive and I like to just being able to go at it head to head with people, but then I hate when they switch and they recover so much and then they're constantly switching. And it's a fair strategy though, like I'm gonna just be honest about it. But I like playing with 4 character teams because I like playing with 2 characters that I love to really play with in the game and then have supports. But when you're fighting 5 people teams, 4 people teams, and they're just running away and spamming you, it's not fun. So them switching out and they're having the health reduce as much as they do is gonna be awesome because I'm quick to get on you and try to defeat your character. Usually I can get like 2 characters, but if they keep switching constantly, I can't really beat their characters, and I get so aggressive and I lose the character and then I lose the match. So it can happen. Z burst dash on giants. This can be highlighted. This will be highlighted, and I'm gonna look at the camera very directly for this. I hate giant users who did this. Even I did it for a match and I felt scummy, and I only did it 4 times and I never used a giant ever since then. And that was grade 8 Vegeta because this mechanic was cheap, and if you used it you were scummy, you were dirt, you were less than dirt, you were less than the worms in the dirt, you were Popo stool. I hated this. I could rant about this, but I don't have time. So lastly, we have skill adjustments. Skill that causes instant spark, the skill count consumed has been increased. It was confirmed just last week that if you had like an insta spark from 3, it's always 3 for everybody, it's now 4. So characters whose skill point cap is 6, They are gonna have to work harder now because 6 minus 4 is 2, and then they're gonna need a whole skill point increase and fight for that for a while. Thank God, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, any Instant character, really the ones that unblockables too. Jiren, Ultra Instinct, Goku. I mean, it's not unblockable, but that was like constantly something you're dealing with. And I've used it too. I'm not gonna sit here like I'm better than people. And I'm glad it's being adjusted because now I have to adjust to it and be a little bit more fair. Instant Spark is fun. It's not fun when people spam it. Skills that increase stats in general. Skill count consumed has been decreased. So I think this went also from like 3 to 2. And then after Image Strike, this is so huge because dealing with this, I guess any character. Also, I want to point out, it doesn't get that hard later on. If you're playing the game and you learn the strategies of After Image Strike, you can do so much more. Because when you start using After Image Strike, you start guarding and you start using Perception like a really amazing player. I was doing it last night and I mentioned it record, and someone had After Image Strike as a Videl, and using Perception and sidestepping, I brought them down to a bar and a half off their own hits. Sonic Sway, Perception counter hit, it just kept working the entire time we were fighting. I didn't even need to use Ki Blast spam. And so, but seeing this now, effect duration has been reduced to 10 seconds and will be removed if your opponent uses Perception while you are under the effect. This is huge for Vegito players. I am so glad you're getting what's coming to you. You deserved this, because if you spammed After Image Strike, dude, I fought a team of it. It's disgusting. Do better. All right. Anyway, now let's see for the next part here. Sorry about that. All right. For False Courage, the skill count consumed has been increased from 1 to 2, which I guess super armor to a lot of other people who analyze. Shout out to Alu Hu. He's a great and an amazing analyzing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero player, and he was just commenting on his recent video that super armor needs to be nerfed, or any armor that has needs to be nerfed a bit, and I guess this is one way to nerf it. Skill count and consume from increase from 1 to 2. So Master Roshi is False Courage, Goku Teen, anyone else with False Courage. Now it's harder to do. My favorite, one of my favorites, right here. Skill count consumed has been increased from 3 to 2, and status increase upon activation has been increased. The fact that all I need is 5 seconds got it increased is so amazing. Basically now Super Saiyan 4 has even more viability. I do something. Actually, no, I'll wait till the end. So, but that's cool for Super Saiyan 4. Stardust Barrier, you can activate it while recovering melee attacks from the front. Now, one thing I do want to point out is this area of adjustment. I hope there are more to all the other skills later on, because there are some characters whose skills that could get them a lot sooner, other ones later. Specifically, my thoughts are Vegeta. He is so weak without an Instant Spark and Explosive Wave. I get his buffs, but they could do a better job of that. So yeah, I am very excited to see what happens from that going forward. And I do hope they touch on the more skills, maybe more character individuals, certain specials do a bit more or less. This would be cool. So speaking of which, let's get into that. For the blast adjustments, now this part I've been excited for a while to look over. I haven't already said it. Sorry, I'm be pausing a lot with what I'm doing right now. So, but anyway, continue for blast adjustments. So long range blast and ultimate blast speed has been reduced. This is huge for long range moves. Jiren's ultimate, you fire that, it reaches you so quick. Spirit Bomb, it does have like a miniature speed, but like even now it takes longer to reach. It makes so much more sense going upon that. Super Vegito, final Kamehameha, ki consumed and damage has been increased. I guess the final Kamehameha wasn't doing as much, but also how much ki it takes now will also be more too, because Super Vegito, I believe, he's one of the strongest characters in the game, along with like Blue Vegito and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Goku Mini, I'm excited for this. Quick Rush, trajectory cannot be changed while rushing. I love this because I love playing as Daima. I love playing as Goku Mini. He is such a good character when it comes to the smash attacks. I love him. So I'm excited that he got this as well. And then Mr. Satan, Present Bomb, or sorry, Hercule, who I prefer to be calling him that. He increased ending lag after activation. So people clearly spam Present Bomb. It's unblockable. I honestly think that's one of the ones that doesn't need to be nerfed. While it is unblockable, it only does a little bit of damage. But the fact that people could just keep spamming it over and over again was annoying. But now ending lag after activation is insanely awesome. Character adjustments. This is the stuff, again, I was saying I'd look forward to when it comes to other people's specials. I like to sit here with Super Vegito. But Android 19, Dr. Jarrell, French Tournament says enough if you saw it on X. Health amount absorbed and Sizzle Throw has been adjusted, so they don't get as much back anymore for health and ki. Dragon Dash, Quick Ascend, and Quick Descend now consume ki off these stupid androids. So second form, you can now escape the throw. People could spam the throw and then heal it. Notice all the things they touch here first are the healing components. Cooler, amount of healed restorative punch transforming has been increased. Oh my god, I didn't even read this earlier. I didn't pay attention to it earlier. That's amazing, because Cooler is one of my favorite characters to play as in this game. And the fact that he was constantly struggling to get any health back from transforming is awesome. Still, the way his specials are done, I don't think he's that completely viable of a character to play, but for his first form. But his second form has so much more to offer, and it's just fun playing him in DP. Giant characters. Increase time it takes to charge a smash deck and reduce its power. I don't know how I missed this. Did this get updated again? No, because the Dr. Wheeler thing was here too. This is amazing. Does, like, no one understand how amazing this is? Increase the time it takes to charge a smash deck and reduce its power. When you're fighting a giant character, all they would do is just hold down smash. Literally, your health bar gets deleted. And I don't know if it's just kind of glitch with the items they have in the game, but the amount Giants were doing from that was stupid. And now it's been adjusted and worked on. I'm glad they saw that. Last two things here is this Grade 8 Vegeta Dr. Wheelo. Maximum health has been reduced, which is awesome. I've rarely run into him, but I know the problem he is with the rush. Every time I ran into him, I hated fighting him. So I didn't know how much health he already had. I would just spam Spirit Bomb, Insta Spark on him, because that's what Goku's for when you're playing DP and you do with giant characters. Grade 8 Vegeta, same thing. I didn't really pay attention to his health, but I know they healed from it. So, and then we have improved performance and ease of use. So overall, the very first patch we're getting in this game is so amazing. I cannot wait to play this tomorrow, this improved version of the game. I'm definitely going to have some new mods on here too, because following the patch, the mods have to be adjusted as well. This is awesome. This is awesome. And then also, if we look over real quick, tier 2 on X, I did post to the patch notes and a picture of it, but then what else I had to say was I would also like to see rage quitting strict punishment. Obviously, there's a bunch of rage quitters on this game, and it's annoying to deal with at all times, but if there was a good punishment system, there'd be less rage quitting. But right now, people rage quit, just pretty much run away with it, and it's ruining the game. Okay, and then so this is something that personally bothers me. Some DP characters that are 7 or 8 should have higher health than they already do. So characters who are 5 to 1 DP having 3 to 2 bars of health, that makes sense. But one, there are characters like Hit, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and other ones who, if you click to start at 7 or 8 DP, their health is also 3 bars. But if you go to characters who are 10 or higher, or fusions, they have like 4 to 5 health bars. I don't think that's how it should be when it comes to paying more cost of a character and then you're paying less for a character. So, like, for example, Hit, if I want to play him, why is he at 3 health bars? He should at least be at 4 health bars regarding what he can do. Okay, it is recording. Oh, geez. I think, okay, I'm just quickly go over this quickly. For some DP characters that start at 7 or 8 should have higher health than they already do. So example, Hit, he has 3 health bars. Why is his health bars so low? But he costs 8 DP. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, 8 DP, also 3 health bars. Fusion characters and characters DP of 10 or higher, 4 or 5 bars. It don't make no sense. Because you're dealing with a high DP character with less health and not as much damage either. If there are single characters who play on their own, like if I would do a team with Hit, he should at least have 1 more health bar. Just 1 more. Because adding that additional 4 or 5th hit bar or health bar would greatly increase the damage or the usability of that character. Holy crap, I cannot focus. Oh, I just realized the music wasn't on when I resumed recording. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of my gripe with that. If Hit's going to be 8 DP, he needs to do either more damage than what he's doing, or he needs to have more health. Same for other characters. If they're 5 below, if they have 3 health bars, fine. But also like characters that can transform, Goku, Vegeta, Broly, like Broly does get health for his transformations, but Goku doesn't, Vegeta doesn't. And clearly when they transform in the anime, if we're going to try to be as anime accurate as possible, Goku's able to fight a lot more because he gets an increase of power and quote-unquote health for that as well. So yeah, I want that adjusted. And then lastly, the last 2 things is when searching for an opponent, you pause, it should pause the searching. Tekken 8 has this. If you pause, it stops searching for an opponent on standby. But in this game, regardless if I'm pausing, going through the pause menu, I'm still having to deal with a match suddenly starting. I paused it. I put my controller down. Why am I in a match? When I come back from the bathroom, we're getting a snack. Doesn't make any sense. And then the last other little thing is just tournaments having more than 8 people and rearranging. Tournament mode's really fun. Just the fact that we only have 8 people makes it boring. To be able to be like kind of like Smash Brothers, 16 people, 32, whatever a good tournament format would be, and then if you want to do rearrangements from there, that'd be pretty cool. And then the last little thing I said in here is I would like to see in-game shop has more items with patches or season pass updates, costumes and alternate skins for characters, and the ability to adjust supers and ults for characters. I'm extremely happy for this patch, and my first post wishes are what I believe will make it even more fun, which is up there. Yeah, I think the shop should have more to offer, and no, I don't think we should just get it handed for free. With how much Zenny you build up by playing the game, you should be able to pay for those alternate skins and outfits, like fighters, especially with all the slots they have for all these characters. There's so much. There's so many. There's like what, 10 slots for each character for accessories, and then they have like 4 to 8 slots for outfits. I'm hoping this is just something that they made for now and then they're gonna go back to in the future. So yeah, overall those are kind of my overall thoughts of the patch. I was gladly happy to go over it. I do enjoy playing this game. I have one of my best friends who plays it too, and he hates a lot of the spamming and just the meta crap that ruins the game that majority of people are playing on ranked. And with this, we're going to see some big changes to different characters being used, different strategies being used. I actually am excited to see the next broken strat someone has, because once that gets exposed, that'll get fixed too. And when you're a fan of a game like this, you just want to see it do better. I didn't think I'd be much of a fan of Sparking Zero as I am. This game absorbed me so much more than Naruto Storm Connections, and I was really expecting that game to like pull me in when it came out. Storm Connections is just, I can make a rant video, but I'm not going to. But looking towards the positive, Sparking Zero is going to be a fun game to play now. And as everyone's saying on X, we're leaving the beta version, and this is the first step towards the alpha version of the game. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you check out my future videos, as I'm going to have fun covering the new changes that are going to be coming in the game. I'm not analysis breakdown person. I'm a play and try it as you go through person. So I'm very excited. The amount of excitement, it was huge this morning. I woke up with this. Thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the patch, what you would like for the future of this game. And yeah, God bless. Peace out. See y'all later.